Hi everybody, welcome to another video. This one is the Wider1. Wider1 in a 1.0 tip with an E1 cap. Now, those that watch the channel will know that I quite like my side cup Iwatas, which is basically they're W101s, but they've been replaced with a Wider1 and a Kiwami one. Difference between the two is the Kiwami, they say, is more aimed towards automotive. It's got a chrome finish, whereas this one's just a polish finish. The Wider is a polish finish. The fan adjustment is also different, which is where it gets its wider from. Basically, there's a wider range of adjustment. So if you were going from spot to full fan on the Kiwamis, it might be 2 or 3 turns out, and that would be it. Whereas with this, it might be 5 or 6 turns, if that makes sense. So it's just a different progression. It's a much slower progression from spot to full fan, and that's how it gets its name Wider, basically. So they're both versions of the W101. As far as I know, they're only available in Japan, but Japan seems to get the new models. The Kiwami 4 is the same. It will make its way over here eventually. I ordered it from Japan. I don't know whether they're available anywhere else. I don't think so, but they're quite easy to get hold of anyway. They're not overly expensive either. The reason for doing this is I quite like, or relatively like, my small tipped guns, because a lot of the stuff I do is small. The E1 cap, it actually uses very little air, so it's a good cap or good setup for somebody at home doing the smaller stuff. It actually, according to Iwata, it uses 2.6 CFM, and if you compare that to the LPH80, which with the E4 cap is 2.2 CFM, so it's a little bit more. It's about 10% more, off the head 10-12% more than an LPH80. So it's not, you know, it's not an air hog at all. It's very, very good for the person at home with a smaller compressor. What I really like about it is, people that watch the channel will know that one of my gripes about the LPH80 is it doesn't put out much fluid really, and this thing will put out. It puts out, according to Iwata, about 55 to 60% more fluid than the LPH80. So it makes it much better, in my opinion anyway. It makes it much better for clear coat, because you can move faster. It's just better. It just makes it much better. You get a really good finish with either. I'm not saying that the LPH80 isn't a good finish. Those again that watch the channel will know that I rate it as a very, very good gun. It's just very slow. So ideal for things like cycle frames and stuff like that. I enjoy doing stuff like that with it, because for me it's what it's made for. But it just lacks a little bit. I mean, these are only relatively small. This is one of our project tanks. It's only a relatively small tank, but it takes about 1 minute 35 to do 1 coat of clear on this tank, this size tank. So you'll see that this is faster. It's because it puts out twice as much fluid. Sorry, twice as much fluid, about 55% more fluid. So you know, it does make it better, and it's, as I say, it's ideal for the guy at home because it just doesn't use much. You can see there the like the polished finish instead of chrome finish, but very, very good gun, relatively inexpensive. You can buy them without the cups. I mean, I've got cups anyway, so you know, for me it's quite a cheap purchase really. But you can see the finish. This is Honda Urban Titanium, which is YR578H for anybody that's interested. It's a really nice colour, and it's quite difficult. Well, difficult's the wrong word. It's not the easiest of colours to put on, so it's a good test for a gun because it can come out blotchy, and you can see it come out really, really nice, so there was no problem with it at all. We're coming on to the clear coat now, and you'll see a bit more of what I say about the speed of it compared to, I mean, it's not a fast gun, let's not say it's a fast gun, but it's much faster than the LPH80, so a bit cheaper. It is a bit bigger, physically bigger. Well, it's actually quite a bit physically bigger, really. More of a midi gun, I guess. But it's good for the person at home. The fan size is about the same, according to Iwata. One's 5.1 and one's 5.5. This has got a slightly bigger fan in 1.0 anyway. But you can see the amount it puts out. The extra fluid really makes it count, and it's just so nice to use. So a really good gun for the guy at home. It does run at 2.5 bar or thereabouts. You know, you'll have to fiddle with it to what suits you the best. Whereas the LPH80 only runs at 1 bar. So you will find that you get a little bit more overspray, but not a lot. You can see, well, you can see here, clear coat, it's not giving out loads of overspray, but it is definitely faster, and it's a real joy to use. I've really enjoyed using it. And, you know, I can't really see any drawbacks. So if you're looking at an LPH80, definitely give one of these a look. I put a new piece of paper down so that you could see more the size of the fan, really, because it was getting quite confused, the amount of different colours and clear coat patterns that were there. So you see the pattern. It's about the same as the, give or take, it's about the same as the LPH80, but really it lays the base coat on really nice, and it lays the clear on really nice. So thoroughly recommended gun. Really pleased with the purchase, and if you've got the cups already, then they're not very dear at all. Not very dear at all, really. Good tool. Yeah, I'm very impressed with it. While I'm on, I must point out that I've got an Instagram channel that I set up, and it's just a bit more immediate for people, and people can contact you and send photos and things like that, which you can't really do on YouTube. So if you're a bit bored, then give it a look, and might be something on there that's interesting. It's only been going for a couple of months, so we haven't got many followers or anything. I'll put the address at the start and at the end of the videos, so you can, you know, mosey on over there and have a look, see what we're doing. But here's the final finish. Really nice, cracking finish with the E1 cap. Not much air used at all. Very good for home spraying, I would say. As I say, if it's the only drawback is it takes a little bit more pressure, but certainly compared to something like the ANI R150, which uses even more pressure, it's much more controlled, really. So a very good gun. Highly recommended. I really enjoyed using it, and it's definitely a keeper. So I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you enjoyed the results, and you keep watching them and I'll keep them coming. All right guys, thanks for watching as always. Bye bye.